Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's your girl Fayy Lenee back with another video. And if you are not new, then you already know the drill. So thank you so much for coming back for another video. Before I get started, first and foremost, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you guys. I hope that you had a fun and safe New Year's Eve. I personally am still low-key shook that it is legit 2019. Like, I feel like the older I get, the faster time seems to just slip away from me. But I hope that you guys have had a great start to your 2019 so far, and that you've taken time to reflect on 2018, to set goals, to meditate, to visualize, whatever it is that you do to get your mind in the right place to achieve whatever goals you have set for yourself for 2019. And of course, I wish you guys all the best in achieving your goals for the new year. So for the first video of 2019, you guys know I had to give you guys my recap on the best of beauty for 2018. For today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the top primers and setting sprays that I fell in love with in 2018 that worked amazing for my oily skin. All of the products that I'm going to show you in today's video are not necessarily specific to oily skin, but if you do have oily skin like me, I do want you to know that these products do work very well for oily skin types. Also, I wanted to mention to you guys to be sure to come back to my channel every single day this week, because I will have a new upload for you guys starting today through the remainder of the week. So be sure to come back and check for those new videos. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I have for the intro. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the products. So I'm going to start off with primers. I have a couple of smoothing primers and then also a couple of oil controlling primers. If you are familiar with my channel and with my videos, you guys know that my particular skin concerns are large pores, so that's where the smoothing primers come in, and then controlling oil, so that's where the oil controlling primers come in. And you can layer primers. I know not everybody knows that, but if you have several different skin concerns that you want to address, you can layer different primers to address each of those concerns. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. All of the products that I'm going to be mentioning in this video will be listed and linked for you guys down below, so it'll be super easy for you guys to shop if you're interested in anything that I mention. And the very first product that I want to mention is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I have to kick off my first video of 2019 with a Fenty product. Fenty definitely killed it in 2018. Like, we were all just going about our lives, and then Rihanna just came through and snatched everybody's wig with the launch of her line, with the launch of her foundations, with the launch of this product. And then she just was continuously coming through with more and more products in 2018. But this particular product I fell in love with. The first time that I tried it, I didn't love it, but I ended up going back to it a little bit later in the year and ended up falling in love with it. This is a product that I like to use as the very first product that I put on my skin before I put any other primers, any other products on my skin. I like to go in with this. I use it similar to like an oil controlling moisturizer, if that makes sense, but it just gives me a really nice base to my skin before I go in with my other products. And then it does have a little bit of smoothing technology to it, so that of course is helpful, but I just like to use this as like my first product on my skin before I go in with anything else. So definitely had to mention this one. Next up, I have 3 smoothing primers that I want to mention to you guys. I'm going to start off with the drugstore one, and it is this one by Covergirl. Covergirl actually came out with a line of a bunch of different primers for several different skin concerns. This one in particular is the Covergirl True Blend Skin Smoothing Primer, and this one is really good. So if you are someone that's on a budget and you're looking for a primer that is going to really smooth your skin and give you a nice smooth base to apply your foundation or whatever products that you want to apply on your skin on top of, this is a really good one. I also like this one because it doesn't have any kind of tint or any kind of color to it. A lot of times with primers, they will have like almost like a whitish kind of tint to it, or whatever the color of the actual primer is. Sometimes it will have that kind of tint to it. This one does not. So if you're someone that's just looking for something to smooth out your skin on days where you're wearing makeup or when you're not wearing makeup, this is a really good one, plus it's affordable. The next 2 smoothing primers I have are high end, but they are worth every penny. And the first one is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. This is one that I was sleeping on for a hot minute, but once I got my hands on it and I started using it, I really do like this primer. It has kind of like a nudish kind of tint to it, but once you apply it to the skin and blend it out, it just blends right into your skin and it smooths out your pores so well. if you are someone that has really large pores and that's like a problem area for you, like when you apply your foundation on top of your face, you can just see that you have large pores. This is a primer. Really, any of these that I'm going to mention to you, they're all really, really good for that. But they're kind of just in different price ranges depending on what your particular budget is. But this one is a really good one. And then lastly, for smoothing primers, I have the Pharsalia Skin Tune Blur. This is one that I fell in love with, or discovered, I guess you can say, towards the end of 2018. I think it launched like in the fall time. But of course, Pharsalia has been around for a hot little minute. They're known for like their oils, their skin oils, and like their serums and stuff like that. But towards the end of 2018, they came out with this one, and this is a pricey little product. I purchased mine during the VIB sale just so that I could get a little bit of coins off, because this is really expensive, but it is really good. I actually used this on my face today, and I specifically focused this just in this area of my face, because again, this is an expensive product, so I'm not trying to apply it all over my entire face. I'm trying to make it stretch. But if you don't mind spending a couple of extra coins, then I would definitely recommend this one, because it does do a really great job of smoothing out the skin. And then because this particular brand it kind of caters more towards a skincare more so than a makeup or like makeup prep product. I'm sure this has a lot of really great ingredients in it that are good just for skincare in general, but in addition to that, it also smooths out the skin. So this one, bomb. And then lastly, for oil controlling primers, I only have two to share with you guys, and they're actually dupes for each other. One is a high-end, one is a drugstore product, and they are essentially the same product. And it is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer and the NYX Angel Veil Primer. So this one, if you, again, don't mind spending a couple extra coins, you can pick up the Hourglass one. If you want to save some coins, you can pick up the NYX one. But I don't really have a ton of primers that I've tried out that are actually good for controlling oil on the skin. And these are the only ones that I have tried that I could actually recommend to you guys and say, these are bomb. They do a great job of keeping me matte throughout the day, prolonging the wear of my makeup. These are really, really good. I do have to say that the Hourglass one is a little bit better, but of course, when you pay a couple extra coins, you get a little bit better quality. But the formula of the two of these, the overall performance for the most part of the two of these is essentially the same. The only thing that I would say is that when I use this, my makeup does tend to last just a little bit longer, a couple extra hours than it does when I use this one. So it just kind of depends. I would recommend trying the both of them out, but like I said, they are dupes for each other, essentially the same product. So depending on your budget, I would recommend either of the two of these. Alright, so last but not least, I have these setting sprays that I have been obsessed with for 2018 and I'm continuing to use so far coming into 2019. The very first one that I want to share with you guys is the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. Now this one I do not use as a setting spray. I actually use this one as a primer spray. And if you're familiar with my channel and with my videos, you guys know that I was obsessed with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I am still obsessed with that, but I figured I wouldn't mention it specifically like in this video just because I did mention it in my Best of Beauty last year. And once I used it up, I ended up starting to use this because I have a ton of these on backup and I was like, you know what? Let me just try out this one instead of buying another Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I'll try this out and see how I like it. And I have really been enjoying this as a skin prep product before applying my makeup. So I basically like to just spray this all over my entire face as a primer. And the thing that I like about this is that it kind of acts as a like hydrating moisturizer while also prepping the skin for products. Makeup products, foundation, all of that kind of stuff. It does say that it has coconut water, probiotic based ingredients, and skin revivers. It's also silicone, alcohol, and oil free. So for me personally, being someone that has oily skin, that has sensitive skin, this is something that I have really been liking. And it smells like coconut, which is super refreshing. So when I'm doing my makeup, which is usually in the morning, I just like giving a spritz of this all over my entire face. Or even just throughout the day, if I just need to feel refreshed a little bit, I'll just spray this all over my entire face. I love this. So the rest of the items that I have to share with you guys are all actual setting sprays, sprays that you can use to set your makeup. And the very first one that I want to mention is the MAC Fix Plus Matte Setting Spray. So MAC came out with a bunch of new Fix Plus sprays in 2018. There was a matte one, there was a like dewy one, there was like one that had gold shimmer in it, one that had rose gold shimmer in it. They just came out with a bunch of different setting sprays and I was so here for it. But being an oily skin person, you guys already know the matte setting spray was the one that I went and grabbed as soon as they launched their setting sprays, and I fell in love with this spray. It is so good. It basically gives you the same thing that you get with MAC Fix Plus, but with a matte, like a little bit of extraness to it, if that makes sense. So it's still going to set all of your powders and just kind of melt everything together on your skin. But at the same time, this one is also going to help control oil throughout the day. So I really love this. If you pick it up, I definitely recommend shaking it up really, really, really well before you spray it on your face. But outside of that, this one is, listen, if you overlook this one and you're someone that has oily skin, I recommend picking it up and trying it out. You will love it. So the next setting spray I have is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And I know there are a lot of mixed reviews about this particular setting spray, but girl, listen. This spray is so, so good. First of all, it's affordable. I was a little bit on the fence about the continuous situation just because that is different. I'm not used to like a spray that just continuously sprays with, I don't know, it was just different. But Morphe really was onto something when they decided to do a continuous setting spray. Ever since I've tried this, I feel like all setting sprays should have a continuous mist. It just works so much better, and you don't have to be worried about when you're spraying the product on your face if it's gonna have one of those sprays that's just too much and leaves a bunch of dots over your face. Like, it's just a nice, smooth, continuous, light mist that just falls on your face. It is heavenly. So I definitely recommend this one. And with this one in particular, it's not necessarily an oil controlling spray, but what I like to use this for is just to set all of the powders on my skin. So if I ever am kind of feeling like my makeup looks cakey, or if I'm feeling like the products just aren't sitting on my skin the way that I want them to, this right here is bomb. So good. I just spray it all over my entire face, and there has not been a makeup look yet that this setting spray could not fix if I felt like it just needed something extra. Even if I've been wearing my makeup for several hours, this right here is a setting mist that if my makeup's starting to break up or it just needs a little bit of a refresher, you can spray this all over your entire face and it just like settles everything right back together. This is so good. Highly recommend. So next I have another drugstore product for you guys. This is the Covergirl Look Lockup All Day Setting Mist. Now this is another one that launched in the second half of 2018, and I didn't really start using it a ton until the second half of the year just because I have so many setting sprays that I'm constantly trying to get through and use up. But I did decide to go ahead and start giving this one a try towards the second half of the year, and I have been loving it ever since. This one in particular is not necessarily, it doesn't claim to be like an oil controlling spray, but I do find that whenever I spray this on my face, I don't necessarily have to use a setting spray that is specific for controlling oil, because this does a really great job of just helping my makeup to last longer throughout the day. So I think this, in conjunction with my mattifying primers and just all the other things that I do when applying my makeup, it just really helps to prolong the wear of my makeup throughout the day. And it also has a really nice, refreshing, like cucumber scent to it, like a spa kind of spray almost. So this is another one that I really like to use in the morning just to like feel refreshed and wake up and just like get ready for the day. This is a really good one. And then last but not least, I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This one right here is an oldie but a goodie. I could not do a top setting sprays, top primers video without mentioning the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Now, I do know that Urban Decay has several different setting sprays. They have like a D-Slick one for oil control, and they have like a B6 primer spray, a bunch of different other sprays. I have tried several of the other sprays that they have, but I always end up going back to this one. Even with the De-Slick one, which is supposed to be good for controlling oil, I like this one way, way, way better. So if you are wanting to try out one of the Urban Decay sprays and you're on the fence about which one to pick up, I would recommend, even if you have oily skin, picking up the All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, because this one is so good. I don't know that it necessarily helps to control oil, but I do feel like when I use this setting spray, my skin does not get oily as quickly. And it, of course, prolongs the wear of my makeup for a super long time. This is another one that does give you the option to pick it up in either full size or travel size. So if you've never tried this out and you want to try it out, again, you can pick it up in the travel size version, which I think is like $10 or $12. Try it out, see if you like it, and then invest in the full size one later on if you like it, which you will. This is one that I continuously repurchase over and over and over again, and I can guarantee, regardless of your skin type, that you will absolutely love this setting spray. Alright guys, so that is going to bring us to the end of today's Best of Beauty video. This is going to be the first of a couple of different videos that I have planned for this series for the remainder of the week, but I kind of wanted to break it up just so that you guys don't have to sit through one super long 30 or 40 minute video, and you can also kind of choose which topics or which categories you're specifically interested in if you don't necessarily want to sit through every single category of what I feel like are my personal favorites from 2018. So that is going to bring us to the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Again, all of the products will be listed for you guys and linked down below. If you're new, don't forget to join the fam by clicking on the subscribe button down below, and if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video.